for just a couple minutes. If you're getting food, please go ahead and continue to do so. But we have a couple things that we wanted to do. First of all, I want to welcome all of you to our Chick-fil-A. This is our 4th annual Chick-fil-A celebration for all those that have been nominated for Teacher of the Year. So we send out our congratulations to all of you for being nominated. And we first of all wanted to thank Chick-fil-A. And they're hiding in the back. There's Jack Cole and his team. We want to thank Chick-fil-A for coming here tonight. We working with us. And next year we're going to have better weather, Jack promised. So we'll have to keep making the changes in the night. So at this time, I'm not going to say much, but at this time, I'm going to turn things over to our wonderful superintendent, Dr. Williamson, who has some comments she'd like to share with you.
Okay, well, here is the problem. I don't even think we were going to be at Chick-fil-A even if the weather wasn't bad, because the good news is we have grown so much in the number of excellent teachers who we like to recognize. So for the first time, I think we had 80-some people, I'm looking for Jimmy, 80-some people who were recognized by others out in the community, and I think that is not something that's happened in the past. And our tradition has been, we would go to Chick-fil-A, graciously, I'm thanking Mr. Foley, and we would go to Chick-fil-A, and you all would get to socialize and have something to eat with your families. And then we would move around amongst you, and then we would have an opportunity to make just a few comments because we were in the restaurant, and we couldn't really speak too loudly, but your children were all having a wonderful time in the play area, which I do recall, and then we would have an early evening and everybody would leave. Well, so here we are sitting in the boardroom, and I really feel sort of guilty that we're not doing more formal recognition of all of the people who have been recognized, because it really is a credit to you. You know, one of the hardest things to happen is for people to pick up a pen or to get on the computer and then write and say, here's why I really think a lot of this teacher's been wonderful with my children, or my teacher is wonderful, or somebody in the community that wants to thank you for what you've done. And people just don't take the time to do that. Most people, when they pick up the pen or the phone, they usually are calling or writing to say something they're not happy about. So you've already accomplished this great feat. You've had people write to say how wonderful you are. And that is a big step, because we don't ever have that opportunity to gather all those wonderful people in one place and say thank you to them. So I am going to ask, even though we don't generally do this, for the people that were recognized as teachers who were nominated, if you would just stand and let us applaud you. That all kinds of teachers have been recognized. We have elementary people, middle school people, high school people. We have core content people. We have people that are in the arts. We have CTE with people. We have special educators. We have all kinds of people that are appreciated for the many wonderful qualities that they embody and are able to share with the students. And that's what it's really all about, is really sharing that with students. So again, thank you to each of you for being here. I'm going to ask you if you would sit a minute. And then I wanted to mention, a lot of times our wonderful teachers are supported by their wonderful administrators. And we have a number of administrators who are able to be here with us tonight, and that's because they do appreciate everything you do for the students in your building. So I'm going to ask the administrators if they would just stand or put their hand up if they're already standing, so that people can recognize you and thank you also for being here. And we have some support staff that work especially hard to make sure that everything that happens here gets recorded, but also that the invitations go out, that you have opportunities to participate in the next level of the participation in the Teacher of the Year program. So I'm going to, Geneva Harrison, Jeff Strait, who's on the camera, and then Betsy Andrews, who is here, I believe, she's bartending back there, and Tony Schultz. And I mention them because they're the people that make sure everybody gets invited to things, that knows about what's happening, that gets information out to the newspapers to make sure that all of that recognition occurs not only in this room, but when you get back out in school and you get back out in the community. Because we do want you to be recognized for what you've done. And then I want to thank Mr. Paluski and Mr. Engel. Mr. Paluski is our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, so he sort of oversees this whole thing. And then Mr. Engel, who I have to always think back to Mr. Engel and his run for the Teacher of the Year program. And he had the opportunity to not only be the Queen Anne's County Teacher of the Year, but he went on to be the Maryland State Teacher of the Year. And what I always remember about Mr. Engel, which he probably won't remember, is as he stood in front of me at the gala, one of our first galas, and he was standing there reading, and then I got ready to go up and read. Mr. Engel's notes are like minuscule compared to mine. It's just a thing between youth and age. And so he is reading from this little tiny sheet of paper. I'm saying everything he wants to say, and I've got like 16 pages written out. It's exactly what I want to say, so I don't forget any of it. But he really did an excellent job there. And then when he went on to the Maryland State Teacher of the Year participation and competition, he worked so hard. He allowed lots of opportunities for people to give him feedback so he could have a shot at representing Queen Anne's County across the state. And I think that's really been an excellent opportunity for us to learn what it takes to be able to help you all as you go on to the next step. So my request is this. You've made the first step. You got recognized. And that is great. And it is important that people take time to recognize you. But now you have to do the next part. You have to be the next person to pick up the pen and to start talking about what it is you believe about education so that you can participate in the next level of this Teacher of the Year program. And this is where we often lose so many people, isn't it? And so when we lose them, it's because they often feel that it's just too much paperwork and too much time involved. But we have opportunities to help them. So Mr. Engel is coordinating a group of people that will help you all, if you decide to pursue this to the next level, help you put something together. Now, the person that most recently did that, who I think is going to say a few words, is Barbara Sutherland, who is she went on to be a state finalist, and she represented us so very well, and she always knows exactly what to say. So thank you.
I'd like to start off by congratulating each and every one of you on your nomination for Teacher of the Year. It is a huge honor to receive that nomination. I think, once again this year, our nominees definitely represent the depth and breadth of quality educators on all levels throughout this county. I have to admit that last year when I was sitting where you guys were, I really didn't understand what the Teacher of the Year program was. And I listened to April Pinder, the 2014-2015 Teacher of the Year, describe it as the best professional development she'd ever participated in. That kind of intrigued me, and I went on with the application process because of that statement. And I would like to echo that it certainly was one of the best professional development opportunities I've ever had. But I'd like to push it one step further. It was the best opportunity to join a professional learning community that I could ever imagine. You see, once you become the Queen Anne's County Teacher of the Year, you join 23 other quality educators across the state whose sole purpose is to go to and share your vision with MSDE, Maryland legislators, and quite frankly, anybody that will listen to you, what we can do better in the educational system. I couldn't imagine having 24 great friends so fast. We shared our experiences. We have troubleshot educational obstacles. We have celebrated each other's personal and professional accomplishments and just been there as a support group for each other. These are friends that are going to last long beyond when you take over my title as Teacher of the Year. These are friends that are going to last my lifetime. The other thing that I was thinking when I was sitting in your position last year is, why me? I'm certainly not the most social, outgoing person, which you can see by the way I'm having a little struggle talking here. I am certainly not on all the committees. My degree level is not at a doctorate level, so why me? How comes I'm the best representative of Queen Anne's County? And the answer is because of what you do in your classroom every day. You see, what you do in your classroom every day is so important that somebody took the time out of their schedule to write an essay about you and how you made a difference in students' lives. It's because you go into the classroom every day and see every child as worth your extra time. It's because you go into the classroom every single day and take a very rigorous curriculum and somehow manage to make it accessible to every single student in your classroom so that they feel like they're learning and achieving. Those are the reasons that you were nominated as Teacher of the Year at Queen Anne's County, and I hope you have taken the opportunity to fill out that application and go on to the next level. It sounds like a huge job to go on to the next level, all the different things that people talk about you doing and a huge time commitment, but trust me, you're not going to be alone in this. You have immense support from the Chamber of Commerce and the Board of Education. We'll make sure that you have everything that you need to get your job done and be where you need to be in a timely manner and well rested. You will have an administrative staff at your school level and colleagues at your school level who will support you along the way. They will make sure that you can manage your time out of the classroom. They will make sure, for me personally, my colleagues were very tolerant of me when I got a little scatterbrained and going, what's going on next? They were there to help me and cheer me on. So I hope that you are taking this opportunity because it's your opportunity to share your vision of education with families and children beyond your classroom, beyond your school building, beyond your county, and hopefully make a real difference in the educational system in this state. So I wish you the best of luck. If you do need support along the way, I am certainly here to provide it to you and help you any way I can so that you can be successful as you go forward on this path. And once again, seriously consider this position because it's well worth your time. It's something you will not regret. It's something that you will cherish for a very long time. I think Abel Pinder said last year, if I could do it again, I would. And I think I could echo that. If I could do it again, I would. So congratulations to you all, and I wish you all the best of luck.
And like I said at the beginning, this event wouldn't be possible without the support of Chick-fil-A. So we'd like to bring Jack Foley up here because no event would be complete without hearing from Jack Foley.
Okay, so I'm really shy. Okay, so we were talking about how to make this event better next year. So what we're going to do, we're going to rip all that out. We're going to put the play area. Okay. We're good with that? Okay, it's on camera. It's good. Okay, I'm going to tell you about it. When it comes to guest experience, a statistic. Okay, if one person takes the time to write something about someone at Chick-fil-A, bad or good, doesn't matter. Statistically speaking, 24 other people had that same experience, but didn't say anything. Okay? And that's just something I drill into the people every day. Like, they're like, well, it was only one person. I was like, no, it was 25 people. Okay? Bring that to your teaching. Someone took the time to write something about you. It wasn't one person. It was 25 other people who feel the same way, but are not saying anything for whatever reason. Okay? So you guys, as the nominees, no wonder your administrators are here because you're their rock stars. You're like the Grammy nominees. Okay? Without you, leadership isn't something that you put in a title. Leadership is something that you guys bring every day to your class. Okay? It's not something anybody can tell you. They can teach you and you can try, but you've got to be the one to bring it. Okay? And you guys do. You guys are the superstars of the school, which is why your administrators are here to support you. Without you, the leadership pool in the school would be poorer. Let me just say that, okay? So if you ever doubt how important you are, I encourage you in that. So, hold on. This is the problem with spontaneous stuff. So, it can't be that fun. Okay, so the last thing, if you had a student, who's a nominee here? Who's a Grammy nominee? Okay, so you have a student, what grade do you teach? 8th grade. 8th grade. You got a student that comes to you. They have an opportunity. Okay? What do you teach in 8th grade? Science. You got a student who comes to you with an opportunity outside of the school for them to grow, but also for them to have an impact on all the students around them. But he comes to you and he says, Mr. Connor, he comes to you and he goes, Mr. Connor, I'm not going to do it. You're going to go, why? Right? Because I'm not going to get chosen. What are you going to tell him?
I'm asking to see John Lisher.
You're going to tell him something else.
I'm going to encourage him the best way I can. Still my no matter how bad things have gone in the past.
Okay. This is what I want you as teachers to know about this. It doesn't matter that you ever get chosen. What matters is the impact that you have at this level. So that's what I want to do. It's like, don't be the student who doesn't pursue this because you think you won't get chosen, or you don't have enough time, or I know all the other people who have gotten this, they'll tell you all about time. But I want to encourage you to move forward. Be the teacher who supports that 8th grade student. That's it.
Okay, well, we still have food and drinks, so enjoy yourself, and thank you to everybody for coming out tonight, and enjoy the evening.